So recently something has been bugging me, and if I don't do this video, I cannot sleep at night. You see, about 3 days ago, the Jaecoo J5 was launched. In all intent and purposes, it's aiming directly at the Proton X50 flagship, that's for sure. There's a lot of small little differences, but fundamentally both cars are spec'd very close to each other. They are direct competitors, not only in category, but also in spec. So the decision from the consumer will fundamentally, in my opinion, boil down to four elements. Number one, you have your space issue. The J5 is marginally larger than the X50, wider, if I'm not mistaken. Number two is the engine and drivetrain setup. The Proton is more powerful and also is mated to a DCT, while the Jaecoo is a little bit less powerful and it's mated to a CVT. Number three is the suspension setup. So the Proton has a torsion beam at the back, while the Jaecoo has a multi-link at the back. And finally, spec. Now, both are spec to the brim, to the ceiling, man, they are spec. However, the Jaecoo has one thing that really stands out that the Proton doesn't have, which is the ventilated front seats. I think in this weather, from the response I see in my comments, I think this is something that a lot of people are paying attention to. Now, the Proton goes for 109,300 or something like that. Let's put it at 109, okay? 109,000. While the Jaecoo goes for, technically speaking, 102. You're not going to enjoy the full 102 if you transfer over your NCD. This applies only if they're presuming you're buying a brand new insurance. So the differences is 7K. So I'm not going to take a full 7K differences. I am going to take a 5K difference. So to make it easy for calculation. That means what is going on here is Jaecoo is willing to sell you a car, an equivalent car, an equivalent, perhaps marginally better spec vehicle at 5,000 ringgit cheaper than Proton. Naturally, this is pressure on Proton to start giving a little bit better pricing. 5K is not a lot, but it's 5%. Yeah. But what I wanted to talk about is not this. What I wanted to talk about is a big elephant in the room, is that Proton starts its pricing from 89,000 ringgit, of course, a spec down version, while Jaecoo is conspicuously missing a spec down version. And if Jaecoo can sell you 5,000 ringgit cheaper than a fully decked out version, then a spec down version could have gone for 84,000 ringgit. The natural question that one should ask is, why did Jaecoo not offer a spec down version to also compete directly with X50 lower spec vehicle? Natural instinct of everybody is saying, oh, if they sell 84,000, it will conflict with their own product. At 102, they are already conflicting with Tiggo Cross. They are already eating away markets of Tiggo 7 anyway. And if you know anything about Chery, they are not going to let their own product get in the way of their own success. This is what the Japanese would do. All right, this is not what Chery does. Look at Chery, man. They come up with so many brands just to attack the same market segment. Chery is hungry, and whatever works, they will bite and they will not let go. So the natural conclusion, based on this line of thinking, if it's not Chery stopping themselves from selling a cheaper spec down version of the J5, then somebody else is stopping them from selling at the price they want to sell. If they are able to sell at 84,000 ringgit, they're not only conflicting with their own product, which is true, but they also eat severely into Proton's market. But not just Proton, you will start eating into Perodua as well. You eat into Perodua Trass, maybe even the high-spec Ativa market. Not to mention all the Japanese players, the Mitsubishi X-Force, all the traditional Japanese selection, all out the window, man. So the elephant in the room is that if it's not Chery stopping themselves from selling a spec down, extremely affordable version of the J5, then who is stopping Chery from using the nuclear option to send a shockwave through the automotive market in the sub 90,000 ringgit market? I don't know, man. You let me know.